So okay boys, today I'm going to just be analyzing see gold. I wanted to show you guys, if you can see gold for the past couple of days it has been bullish. So we have an area. I want to go to the H1 so that I can see the swing high. So the swing high on the H1 is we have the swing high, we have this swing high over here. So we know that above this area price is going to become what? Bullish. So gold, it may look a little bit bullish for the next coming week. We may have a bullish movement. If price manages to grow above here, because we saw that was where I broke above the swing low. So if price goes above, we may see an involvement for price to have that continuation push, but under I can't trade it really. So I'll be aiming for at least here after it breaks out to this area here. Okay, so we shall go to another pair. We have USD. USD has been ranging, but from the H4 perspective, we see that we have this swing high over here. This was the swing high that we had. So we're waiting for price to give us an indication by going above this swing high. Okay, indication for buys, but we don't really have anything more than that. There's no real setup here. Okay, there's no real setup, so I'll just leave it. Then for USDJPY, for USDJPY on the H4, we see that we are above an area swing low. The thing with the USDJPY is that once price goes above the swing low, you see that this was a swing low, price went above it. So that means that I can easily take my buys above this level. So I can easily enter my buys here. I'll use maybe 0.3. This is a buy, stop loss. Okay, stop loss TP can be anywhere from 300. Stop loss just under this low, because this is an area of support that we have, the previous area of support at $100. But I've been backtesting this pair for a long time, and most of the cases, the backtesting, the setups that I had during the backtesting, you usually have to wait until price gives you momentum. So I usually have to wait until we reach the New York session for me to take any clear entries. But apart from that, there is nothing that I can do with this pair. So I think that's it for USDJPY. From the daily perspective, we see that price is above the swing high. Therefore, we have another push to the upside. So GBP USDJPY coming next week, we may see another push to the upside. I will be buying, and let's see what momentum gives us. For US30, I'll have to look at it from the H4 perspective, and so far on US30, we see that the swing high. I want to go to the H1 so I can see the swing high more clearly. So from the H1, we see that we have a swing high. This latest swing high was over here. Price broke underneath the swing high. So we shall close. So under this level, we have the swing low. We have the swing low over here. Price came and made the swing low. And after price made the swing low, what do we expect? We expect that it's likely to have another continuation push to the downside. For price to be bullish, we have to close above this swing high, which was created over here. And yeah, let's see how price moves in the next coming weeks for US30. But if I go to the M15, the only way I can know that the correction is over is by following the M15 and seeing if we have high highs and high lows. In the M15, I want you to observe that you see that price is making high levels of support. This was the first level. We have another one over here. I don't know why my charts are flickering. So you have this other level of support above, and then you have another one over here. So we just have to track these levels and see how price moves. Once we break those levels, that's when you can know that we are starting to sell. I'll give you an example. Let's go to H1, but we're having this flickering thing. Let me first close at least all of this. Okay. So I want you guys to observe this whole move to the upside, this one on the H1. I go to the M15 so that I can show you what I mean when I say that you have to track the highs and lows and see how they move. Okay, so it's over here. You see that price came, made this level of support. What's happening? Price came and made this level of support over here. So if you observe, what's happening? I don't know. But anyways, I'll explain regardless. Okay, so as I was saying, so that we have this other area of support, price respected the area of support. We ended up making a high, and then price came and tested this area of support. We have an area of support, and then we have this other area of support over here. I usually use the swing highs and swing lows, because if you use only a one piece of may get stopped out. Anyways, so show that price made this previous swing low, then it was broken the first time. So you know that anything that crosses underneath this area is gonna be what? Bearish. Okay, and then afterwards we would have just waited for price maybe to reach the New York session, because that's when your start is more active, and then you would have taken this sell. Stop loss could have just been 0.01. Stop loss could have been around $2. So if you had used maybe let's say 0.5, that's $100 for over $300. 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. But of course, you would have even minimized your. Anyways, so you see that same thing happened here. We have this swing low, price made a correction, and then it came under. The same thing happens over and over again. Even over here, we have this swing low, price sold off aggressively, then we have this swing low. What happened at the swing low? Price pushed up, and then it ended up breaking. So you know that anything under this level would be good for sales, as simple as that. So something is happening. Price is forming what? Swing. It's forming this structure, this bullish structure. We shouldn't trade the bullish structure because price can shift at any moment, and it's also risky to hold buys, especially when you don't know the market conditions. So usually minimize risk by just letting the market do its thing, and then after some time you shall be able to profit when price shifts structure. So from the M15 perspective, I want to see price come under this low. This low over here, I want to see price come under this low, so that I can know that I can easily take my sales from that area. As simple as that. I don't have to elongate the process with diagrams, and I just have to just be vigilant on the lows, the highs and lows. As simple as that. And I think that's it for now. We shall be waiting to see what price gives us. This would have been taken out of patience for some people, because some people don't know how to simply wait out their trades. Also here, if you observe, we have this low. Price broke up underneath this low, signaling that there could be a potential for sales. Let's say we missed the low, and then price came for a correction, and then once we decided to sell under, you could have taken your sell from here. This is where you could have taken your sell. And then the TP, you can always aim for this area over here where the break happened. You could have held until maybe $200 with the outsides of 0.5. Maybe your stop loss could have been just above this area. That's $79. That could have been a good setup. But of course, now here you would have waited for the New York session to happen, so that you can have this massive push, massive volume coming to the market. As simple as that. Yeah, so let's see what price will give us in the next coming weeks. I use the H4, the H1, and then the M15 for entries. M15 for entry, H1 for confirmation. If the setup is on H1, I can take it. If the H1 is not clear and the setup is on the H4, then I'll use the H4. I don't usually go under M5. In fact, what I will do is that you should go here to your settings. and then you should remove, like, I would remove the M5, the M1, the M30 also is not relevant. Yeah, and I think that's it. The weekly and the perhaps the weekly is good, but I don't usually. I think those 5 are enough. Okay, those 5 are enough. Yeah, as simple as that. Because I don't usually trade from the low time frame perspective. I love to trade from the high time frame because their structure is more clear and easily respected more than. Yeah, so we shall wait for next week for US30. But there are some pairs which I have to remove actually. I've seen that AD pair 0 GBP, NZDUSD is good. ADCHF I don't really like it. It's so France pair. I haven't yet checked it out. But this Japanese, okay, Japanese I'll leave it also. Yeah, and I think let me just first remove these 3. Even AD card also I don't want to use it a lot. USDCHF haven't researched it about it enough, but we shall be reducing the pairs because we don't have to always be these people who are checking the markets every 24/7. If I observe, for instance, this pair over here, from the H4 we have a swing high. We have a swing high over here, and price came to make a new what? Higher high over here. So this swing low may lead to the equation of the swing high. So in market terms, I have to wait for price to shift structure for me to take entries for buys. So I go to the H1 and I want to see price actually shift structure to become bullish. Then I can know that perhaps you can have entries. By that I mean that price should at least come above this area. If you observe, we have this area of resistance. So if price goes above that area, we may see patterns for bullish momentum. And also this has to be during the New York session. That's when I can catch on these big massive moves. So USD CHF is good. NZUSD I took a sell last week and I think I made over $100 with a lot size of 0.7. So for AD NZUSD I usually go to the H1 because that's where I find most of the entries. So you see that price came and made this swing high, okay, and then this swing high led to the question of this swing what? We sold off until price made this swing low. So this swing low was broken, giving us the indication that price wants to do what? Push lower. But now where do we enter our sales? Of course now we always have to enter our sales at the area where price formed this swing low. As simple as that. Now if you go to the M15, if I'm to sell also on the M15, I want to see price shift structure. For instance, you see that price has now been consolidating and is trying to form structures for sales. So I shall just be vigilant. I shall keep an eye on the market price at this area. I want to see if price is able to go above this area over here, because we have this area over here. I want to see price if it goes above there. Also I want to see if price can come and come under here. Yeah, so NZUSD, that's the setup that I'm looking for. The US 100 haven't. I'll go to the H1, or the H4 is better, and we see that price is so far in a consolidation. So for this pair, I'll simply just move out of it because I'll just simply close it. Because it's not like really helping me out. Is it UK? Yeah, UK 100. I think we shall just remove it. US 100. Oh, we had to remove US 100. Okay. So US 100 can go. France, I'll just leave it. I'll just remain with even the oil. I'll just remove it. We shall be removing pairs. Trust me, we shall always be removing pairs until we find those ones which are profitable. If you observe, last week I made huge losses on some pairs. So I'll go to GBP/JPY, made a loss of 13. Then S&P 500. This is where I made my biggest profit of $121. So S&P is actually a good pair to trade. You see that we also have zero commission. Euro GBP, you see that I made a loss, so that's why I moved it. NZUSD, I made a loss. of 29. Also the commission is $1 on this one, so I don't really see why I should be holding my hopes into something that doesn't pay me. So NZUSD, I think we shall remove you. Okay, and then so we shall go to history, and then oil, we have removed it. USD card, the USD card is good. Is it there? Yes, USD card is good. Let's go to Japanese. Now this Japanese guy, I will master it slowly by slowly. For GBP, I lost. There's a pair where I made over, I don't know if it was GBP USD. It's also another major pair, but I'll remove it in the meantime. After some time I'll be removing it, because yeah, we see that this was the biggest win. I want to go to which pair was this where I made AD card is where I made $150. I took a sell on this and then it worked out perfectly. I think I took a sell, I think it was under this swing low, because price came to this swing low and then was showing bearish momentum, so I was like price could sell under there. And yeah, I sold and made some good cash, and of course now it's now just a matter of waiting, because we also have a swing low and go to the H1. So on the H1 you see that price is actually selling off rapidly, but yes, AD card is actually a good pair, but I should not, let me not, okay, it's there. I want to remove it, but these ones where I made capital losses, GBP USD, nah, GBP USD can go, because you see that the commission is 0.3 for AUDUSD. The commission was $3 for this one. The commission was $2 also, but I think the indices are better than the forex pairs, so I shall just be